Seth, clips are in.
Oh, he needs to go. There we go. Hello,
hi guys.
Everyone.
All right, it's just mom and pop. There's always we just literally both took showers.
We actually
crazy.
And our kid Julie completely.
She's in full drag, by the way.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what she's not doing. She's not cutting her hair.
She literally has a wig on. I don't know why, and full crazy makeup. So she spent all morning in full drag when all we've been begging for is a haircut.
Yeah, haircut for days.
She has a cosmetology license.
Right. And we're fortunate enough that we actually have someone who can cut hair living with us, and yet our hair has not been cut in 4 weeks.
I guess because we're not a union establishment, she can't work here. I've had it. Anyway, I'm Seth. This is James. This is Stars in the House.
Yes. You know what we should have had? We should have had a little overlay here. You know what I'm saying?
No, we can't do it all. Yeah.
What?
It should have been like kind of dedicated.
Or like the flag, the British flag or something.
Well, hello.
Ah, you're wearing it, sort of.
I've got it.
Ish.
I am. It's literally the British flag.
Okay.
Or the UK flag. You know what? I don't know what. The point is it's something overseas. So listen, Stars in the House. Want to tell what Stars in the House is?
Stars in the House is a twice daily talk show where we it's really all about connection is what it is bringing our talented friends on board here, and they bring their talented friends, and we get to meet new people and kind of not forget about what's going on, but be connected, because now more than ever, that's what we need. And we like to do it through music. It's one of our things we like to do.
This just started and it's already funny.
Really?
Or tense. Hostile.
Well, we know who's supplying that, Seth.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. Oh, wow, they're so excited to see Seth and James. Excited to see Julian. That's rude. But no, I'm excited to see him too. Kind of.
Someone from I can't even say it.
Istanbul. Oh, wow. I love it. People watch all over the world.
Nice.
Wait, that is hilarious.
What?
There should be one day where they just shows all the books on their bookshelves. That's so fun. I would, by the way, beyond love that, because I'm obsessed with reading.
I'm trying to see. Gosh, you know what? I'll just spend the whole show doing this, because that's really. And by the way, showing my bald spot. All right, so you can at least turn around. I was going to see at least there's got to be something here that's
Florence Henderson's autobiography.
Gosh.
Oh, British. Oh no, I don't think there's anything. Oh well, one day is.
Well, you have Andy Nyman's book, but I think it's literally, unfortunately, in our apartment.
No, this is British. This is literally one of my favorite books ever. One day, it's one of the most amazing books. I can't tell you how much I love this book by David Nichols, and it does take place in the UK. I'm telling you, it's the most amazing book ever. So please read this book one day.
Or it worked out.
Undie, as they say.
That we can't. That was bound to happen, and there you go.
I have an amazing.
So we are here, Stars in the House every day to help the Actors Fund. Today's a little bit different, Seth. But before you go into what's different about it, we want to say that in I think we've done 65 shows.
Yes,
and a number of plays in the house. And to date, we have raised $238,500 for the Actors Fund.
Correct, Mundo.
All of you watching.
Yeah, thank you. And everyone, you could just donate at starsinthehouse.com. And today we're also, because we have all these UK people, we would like you to go to this website where it's kind of a combination. It gives you information on where everything is to help UK theater. It's all the different charities that are helping everyone that's out of work, all the artists in the UK.
It's pretty comprehensive. I went to it just a few minutes ago, and I don't know how to take that other down. But there you go.
Wait, what are you trying to do? Take that down?
Yeah.
You have to go to this.
Do that. That's what Julian sent me.
Wait,
Julian,
why? But that's one. I don't know. Are you trying to put something up or take it down?
Yeah, that one right there.
It's there already.
Oh, it is? Wait, that one right there?
Hold on. You want to put this up?
That right there.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
Wait a minute.
They're also a source.
Oh, so go to either one you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. You can go.
Oh, so official London Theater. By the way, they spell theater wrong. I can't help that aspect of it. But it's a misspelled website, but it's official London, guess, theatre.com.
Right.
You can go there.
Or go to theatersupport.info to help our friends in the UK. There you go.
Whoa. I don't know why that just happened.
Okay. Seth, I think we need to get started with the show. Who do we have first? I have no idea Who do you want to tell who's on today's show?
Yes, we have 3 lovely British people. Actually, well, UK people, because Rachel's not from England. We have Preston Nyman. We have Julian Ovenden. We have Rachel Tucker. We're going to start with Rachel Tucker.
Yay!
So the lovely Rachel Tucker, who I want to say is maybe from Ireland. I'm going to bring her on right now. Recently just starred in Defying. Ow. Wow.
And
Even marking it hurts. All right, here she is. Lovely Rachel Tucker. Come from Wayne Wicked. Hi, lady. Hello.
Hi, Rachel.
Hello, Gav.
Thank you. You sound just like me. Okay, so first of
My
all,
Cockney accent is probably just as good as yours, Seth.
just as good as yours, Seth. Now wait, you're from Ireland, is that right?
I'm from Ireland. Top of the morning to you. We say that over there. I'm top of the morning to you.
Do you literally say that, by the way?
Yeah, every morning when I wake up to my son, just to keep the Irish connection there.
Aww.
No, I absolutely do not. But yes, technically, if we want to get into techniques, we are Northern Ireland, where I'm from, Belfast, is part of the United Kingdom, along with Scotland, along with Wales. But I hold 2 passports, an Irish and a British passport, because I can be both.
Okay, so we got to talk about when I first met Rachel Tucker, and I met her. This is when my mother said she met Bette Midler and she saw her Mike Douglas. I met her because I saw Rachel Tucker on the show I Do Anything, which is the reality show to find the next Nancy and Oliver. And you came on my radio show and you told some crazy ass story for how you got on. Didn't you get on through basically deceiving people?
Yes, more or less.
Thank you. Okay, so
it's my job.
So you basically cut a line. What did you do? Let me hear the story.
So I was working professionally. I decided to go for this, knowing that I would have to stand in a line, queue all day. I'd go through rigorous different processes of auditioning, and I thought, you know what, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to stand in the line, or the queue, as we say over here. I'm going to cut the queue, and I get to the top of it and made up a story. I was tapping into what Nancy would do. And that's my story. And I cut the queue like there and then inside the building. And then I did it like 3 times. I jumped the queue. You know, when
wait a minute. You didn't do the whole like I have kidney damage. Like what was your excuse?
My excuse, I made up. Someone in front of me said that they had a phone number. And they said they had to go to the top of the line. They had a number, and it was an unknown number, so it came up unknown. And I said, "Oh, me too, look." And I got through. I got in the door and up the stairs. And
by pretending you had a random phone number?
Yeah, got me through. Using your brain. So I got in and I did my thing. And I told them this story. And they were like, yeah, we might not use that story because might come across. And they, I don't know. They just didn't want to use it. So I was like, all right. So I thought it was good TV. But
wait, by the way, where are you broadcasting from? Is it?
I'm in my bathroom.
You are in your bathroom.
Nice acoustics.
I was going to say nice acoustics. So Rachel, not backing up all the way to the TV show, but were you performing on the West End when the West End closed?
Well, I had just transferred to Broadway, come from away. I had opened a week and a half.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I was like, Broadway, I'm back. And they were like, no, you're not, go home. So I had done a year in the West End in the gorgeous.
Right, I knew that.
And then got a lovely opportunity to take over from Jenna Clulla and Becky Gravensill. And there I was, a week and a half in. They're like, sorry, bye.
And why did you decide to go? Is your son in London or was he over here?
Yes, my husband and son stayed here. Was just going to go and get a set up, and then so weren't taking them out of school, unknown, and then so they were still here, thankfully. So I just got on a flight the next morning, it was Friday the 13th actually, and the plane ticket was like £72. It was crazy prices. So got on and came home, and that's it. I've just been in lockdown. Locked in my bathroom ever since.
But Rachel, you were literally, you had only been on Broadway for a week and a half in the role.
I done 10 shows, with a new cast. Well, it was a new cast to me, right. But with all the guys, yeah.
But when you started, because you had only done 10 shows, let's say, did you have a feeling, oh, maybe I'm not going to really be here very long?
Yes, yeah. I mean, it came on us really quickly, so. It was like, we were there, it was fine. And, we'd heard about coronavirus and be careful and wash your hands. And then about 3 days before we closed, there was an usher in the booth right next door to us that got it. And once we heard that, we were like, and it really, really changed. The atmosphere changed over, like within hours at that street, and just it started feeling like a ghost town about 3 days before they shut us down.
So was it strange, because you're probably one of the few people that's done Broadway in the West End who had just been on Broadway experiencing that, and then you flew to London where they were still open, but I'm sure you knew that they would be soon closing.
Absolutely.
You were kind of like in both places.
Absolutely. And the cast were on a WhatsApp group, and the English cast are like, "Can't believe you've closed." And I'm like, "Guys, I'll give you 2 days." And it was like 4 days.
Wow.
Right. So it's so shocking. It was like, it's almost like a death. You know, I know, still don't want to sound morbid, and there are a lot of people dying, but my experience was just like something taken away so quickly. And then I was on my own in New York, and the fear of, I have to get back to my family, that instinct survival, just get home, you know. Thankfully I did, and no problem. So
Right.
Yeah, I feel bad they locked you in the bathroom, but it's all good.
they won't let me out.
They will when your personality improves. When you stop cheating. Okay, so wait, there were so many clips I wanted to show, but this is a great clip of you on I Do Anything, because I remember being so obsessed with you. It was my job. I had to write the recaps for Playbill. So I found this clip of you singing Beautiful, where you add some crazy riff. Who came up with that riff? You don't talk about
probably not me. I don't know. What riff is it?
It's like, oh, like in the middle of a section.
Can you tell me what song it is?
Oh yeah, Beautiful. I am beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh yes, I did. They didn't want me to do it. They were like, "That's a bit too much," and I was like, "Bleep."
It's so good. By the way,
There was a lot of things they told us not to do, and if you were brave enough and had a big enough set, you did it.
Wow.
Let me ask something. You would just be like, "Okay, I won't," and then night of, you would add it. Wow. Okay, I want to show right now. I mean, would you get in trouble after it would happen? Would they be like, "We told you not to do that"?
No, right. You know, that's a side hit. And I'm sorry. No, but there were some things, you know, it just came to you when you were up there and doing it live, and, you know, that adrenaline that kicks in. So I'm not sure if I think it did. I don't know. I can't remember, but it's a bit of both. It was a bit of both.
Well, watch it now. And the other thing is, Andrew Lloyd Webber looks completely nonplussed, but then I realized he's British, so it means he's actually enjoying it, because he's completely dead faced. I'm like, wow, he must be loving it. Here, take a gander.
I am beautiful in every single way. These words can bring me down. No, so don't you bring me down today. No matter what they do, no matter what they say. I am beautiful, no matter what they say.
Yeah,
Great.
it's so good.
Oh, I can't watch myself. So that was put in because I remember thinking it's a bit of a, you know, you really, when you were given a song, you really had to think and feel like you're on stage live, and how's this going to sound? How's it going to come across? You know, and it was very kind of, it felt monotonous. It felt low to me. And the musical person that rehearsed us in was like, "Well, try this. What about a little like lick or a riff there?" And, you know, it's just to add your own and something else to it. So we've kind of worked it out, you know, and then.
Yeah, it is a song that's in a very low thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
Definitely up
And
there.
also, I can hear the nerves in my voice. You know, the pressure on that show was immense.
More than like,
so nerve-wracking.
more than doing Wicked?
What?
More than doing like Wicked?
Ah! I mean, doing live every single week in front of Andrew Cameron, a panel, 6 million views. It was nuts.
That's what I was going to ask you, Rachel. So what do you think was the most nerve-wracking part? Was it Cameron? Was it Lloyd Webber?
Yeah.
Was it the TV? Was it a song that you wouldn't have necessarily picked? Like, what do you think was the most?
All those things. Like literally every.
The story about cabaret.
No,
I love it.
See, that was my plant. There's my plant.
Yes.
Started telling the story about cabaret. Yeah, it was all that, and then you know there's TV going on, so the executive TV execs are like, who will we hone in on this week? Who do we want? You know, they had their own agenda, and so that's why when it came to it, the only thing I could control was that 1.5 or 2 minutes live. That was my only thing I could control. Everything else was edited and, you know, cut and copied and TV. And that's great. And I signed up for it. I knew what I was in for. But I could, you know, I messed up one week. It was my 4th week. And there was that much pressure put on me and changes, last minute changes made by Andrew or someone else TV. And, you know, just trying to unsettle you. They wanted a bit more TV. They wanted me to make a mistake. They wanted me to trip up. And I did. And, you know, you have to get over it really quickly. And, you know, and then, you know, then it's a real game and you've got to just jump in. And, you know, so it's, and then the cabaret story that my son shouted, "Can I come say it?" Was Andrew, when I go, my last performance, I'm going like Nancy. And I shouted, going like Rachel. And
I just saw that.
I
just watched that.
Right. So I had a feeling I was going home that week. I just had I was in the sing-offs too often and I just wasn't the #1 popular, and that's fine. And so I thought, I've got to make an impact here. And, you know, I asked, could I sing cabaret a couple of weeks ago? And they were like, no, because they know how much of a impact and a hit it makes. And they were waiting, you know. So, and I said, when I go, I'm going like Rachel. And I said this to Andrew backstage. And he was like, oh, I know, but it doesn't rhyme. Or what could rhyme with Rachel? And da-da-da-da. And so he put me off. And I was like, do I do it? And I just, on there, I was just like, I am doing it. I'm going home anyway. So I just did it. And it's just like making those decisions in that second and just going, I don't care. I've got to go home feeling happy and proud with what I've done. And I did. And that's why I loved it so much.
Did Lord Webber say, I warned you not to do it?
No, I didn't get in trouble. He said, see, afterwards, it worked, he said.
See?
I was like, huh? Yeah, and I just like, yeah, it did. Yeah, you're right. You were right.
By the way, someone just commented, Rachel was amazing in Wicked. She threw a few extra notes into Defying Gravity, and the audience went wild. And I have to say, I agree. I'm going to show this clip of you singing it because I'm obsessed with your riff on Defying. You do that riff on that.
Break it down the riffs.
Oh, Rachel, look, for the 10 shows that you were here in New York, someone saw you. Love Rachel Tucker. I saw her in Come From Away on Broadway. She was amazing. Oh, that's sweet.
Thanks for the support. It was so good. 10 days. I can't wait to get back to them.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But this clip of your Defying Gravity, it's during, I guess, Dancing on Ice?
Yes. So with this, the ice show, and they brought, it was a West End performers week. You know, they had to dance to musicals, musical week, and they got us on as a little extra publicity for the show. And yeah, that was quite early on in my contract, actually. It was, amazing, and it it was great exposure and getting that, views. Amazing.
You sound amazing, and the ice skating is actually great, and you're in full costume here. Listen to the riff though. Defying. I love it. Here we go.
Defying gravity, and soon I'll match them in renown. And nobody in all of Oz, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna bring
That is so cool, man.
And again, I was told not to do it. No,
not to do the riff on Defying?
Yeah. Gravity, yeah. And during the show, our musical director, James Wesley, used to make me laugh. He used to pretend to rip up the score when I was up there, and he used to go.
I guess you do whatever you want.
Listen, it came, but I believe riffs work, and I love doing them when they have a place, and you mean it, and it's from your stomach, and it's from your heart, and it's not just for the sake of riffing,
I 100% agree.
Yeah, absolutely. Rachel, so you opened Come From Away in London, right?
Yes.
So how is it if a show, and it goes vice versa, but a show that had already been established in the U.S., you're originating the role on the West End. So how much do you get of a say in, I don't know, in the character's already developed, but you get to make it your own, versus like Broadway and your replacement, you kind of have to do what the other actors did. How does it differ?
Well, it is definitely, and Come From Away is very much a structure. It has to be with the chairs and tables,
right.
I mean, it's a set show. Whenever any show is set, it's set. That's it. There adjustments can be more or less is as it is. And the creatives come over, and we were very lucky to have Chris Ashley, the director, and 2 or 3 dance captains, because it's such a obviously not choreography in a dance sense, but movement sense of tables and chairs. I mean, we got that was the hardest, learning that and trying to be off book. And you know, for the first 3 weeks we were literally furniture movers. That was it. That's all we did, and tried to remember and say our lines at the right time. So, but because there's no stop to the show, it just keeps going. Right. So, but it is very much that. I mean, the thing is, they find out at the audition what you are as an individual person and actress, what you are actually, what's your take on Beverly Bass or Annette, and then they like your flavor or not. Okay. I think that's, they get to do maybe push and pull you in the audition to see how far you will and won't go, and then they go, yeah, she's a fix. She'll fit in our structure. And then in rehearsals, like in my rehearsal period, I worked again with a musical supervisor, Ian, and it was just a dream. And I got to sing the song. I was singing it in the original key, and it was fine. It just, he says, you know, and even in the audition, they were like, do you want to take it a step lower? Let's see what it's like in a lower key. And we decided to go for the lower key with me. It's more comfortable. I honestly, sitting down singing Me in the Sky is probably harder than Defying Gravity up in a cherry picker. And I am not joking. Wow. This show, Come From Away, I find harder than Wicked.
You never know as an audience member what's hard. That's so interesting,
isn't it?
By the way,
so we took it down a semitone, and it's just. And I remember saying to myself, do you know what? I could sing it in the original key, but if I'm tired on my 8th show and you've done promotion and they want you to go on TV, do you know what? Or you're a bit sick, I'm like, do you know what? That'll be half a step down. Will do me just nicely. And it really did serve me well. So I'm glad we took it down.
As long as it still has that intensity. By the way, Preston Nyman and Julian Ovenden decided to have a full texting conversation on our private chat. Rachel, if you're there, your tiles are lovely. Excellent color. Julian said, very nice bathroom, better than mine. Preston said, I'm sure yours has its merits too, Julian. Julian said, well, she's going for booming. There's so much babbling. So guys, can you focus on the show and not texting? I so appreciate it. Thank you, Julian and Preston. Thank you. Now, Rachel, what are you going to sing for us in your bathroom? And you're going to be taking a shower during this, correct?
Oh, yes, I'll be in the shower.
Cool.
Yep. It's from my first album, The Reason, and I chose I'll Cover You from Rent, just my version of it. And I just thought, do you know what? This is of a time, and it makes it. I was singing it, and I was actually singing it in the shower, and I was like, oh, this is what I would sing. This is what makes me feel good right now, and share a bit of that love. So.
Okay, hit it.
Hit it, Rady.
Okay. So, we ready? Yeah. Live in my house. I'll be your shelter. Just pay me back with 1,000 kisses. Be my lover, and I'll cover you. Yeah. Open your door, I'll be your tenant. Don't got much baggage to lay at your feet, but sweet kisses I've got to spare. I'll be there and I'll cover you. Oh, I think they meant it when they said you can't buy love. Now I know you can rent it, and you lease. You are my love on life. Oh, discover something as true as this is. Oh, with 1,000 sweet kisses, I'll cover you. With 1,000 sweet kisses, I'll cover you. With 1,000 sweet kisses, when you're worn out and tired. With 1,000 sweet kisses, when your heart has expired. Oh, lover, I'll cover you. Yeah. 525,600 minutes. 525,000 seasons of seasons of love. I'll cover you. I'll cover you. You. I'll cover you.
Okay.
Yay.
Someone just wrote, wait, what? This is the ultimate version. This is the ultimate version of the song. Oh, that was so great. And I want to say again that we're, make yourself aware of how you can help.
Yes.
How you can help theater. So you can go to this theater support. Everything is there. Theatersupport.info, and everything is there to help.
Can I just add to that? This
Yes, ma'am.
is the first time that SALT and London Official Theatre have come together in all the umbrella charities. This is so necessary. I had a conversation yesterday with a musician friend of mine in Come From Away. He is not eligible for the government support finance that we have been given here. He's above the threshold, was above the threshold of entitlement. He is signed on universal credit, which I believe is just an absolute nightmare, and not enough money. It's £82 a week or something like that.
Right.
So he is really, really stuck. He wants to give time and do live streams and musicians and but they are so scared and so stuck for money. And if this lockdown lasts as long as we think it is, it's really frightening. So we're trying to get our heads together, and this umbrella is literally actors, musicians, front of house staff. People can pick up the phone and say, I need financial help. And theatresupport.info and these umbrellas, it's there for everybody. Please use it. And I really want to try and raise as much money as I can personally, along with things like this. Seth, you guys, I cannot thank you enough. You work so hard on what you are doing across the world and giving people hope and giving musicians and actors and front of house staff some light at the end of this tunnel. So I thank you both.
Oh, thanks, Rachel. Well, look, like you said, this is going to be going on for a long time, and we haven't talked about this beforehand. I'm going to throw this at you now, but this time is 2 p.m. We are open here in New York. We're open to having friends like you kind of take it over if you want to
co-host, like be a guest host.
And you could guest host. Why don't you book it? And you can have your friends. That's right. We'll have someone guiding you.
Right.
And then you can have the hour or longer because it is really important. Theater support.
It really is, James. You're absolutely right. I mean, we've got, and it's like the bubble it'll burst and it'll last me so long, and everybody's going to get tired. And
that's right.
But actually, we've just got to keep the momentum going. And I'm trying to pace myself. I'm being very specific with what I do and who I do it with, because my son's used to me, I'm constantly on my phone, and he's not at school now, so he's seeing me on my phone all the time, and I've got to put social media to a point when it's and use it at the right time of the day, and use it really well, like things like this. So thank you, and let's keep at it, right? Please donate, folks. That theatre ticket money that you thought you were going to spend, that 40, 50, 60 pound, please, if you can afford it, give it, please.
I love it, Rachel. That was really accurate.
Yeah.
All right, so it's theater support, like I said, spelled wrong.info.
Oh, gosh.
And Rachel's
we'll have you back, and you'll do your own hour here, and we'll bring your friends.
Lovely, brilliant.
Okay. All right, thank you, Rachel. But make sure you do the riffs that I allow, not the riffs that you make up.
Okay,
right.
thank you.
You never will. All right, I'm now going to call one of my good pals who spends the show basically texting sassy comments about bathrooms. His dad is Andy Nyman. He himself is Preston Nyman. His sister is Macy Nyman. His mom is Sophie Nyman. Please welcome the brilliant magician and terrifying ghost story actor, Preston Nyman. Hello.
Hello.
I'm wearing this, as you can see, because it's a tank top because sex sells. So
phenomenal. Yeah. You're drawing in a whole new crowd today.
Right.
The texting was all about it was all about what was happening. It wasn't like we were just like having a different chat. We were complimenting what was happening. I should clarify.
Complimenting her bathroom. Anyway, now
it was amazing.
Preston, is this a lockdown beard?
It is, yeah. It's fake. I've drawn it on just for you. No, it is, yeah. It's a 6 weeks without shaving beard, yeah.
It's all good.
You guys are looking amazingly clean shaven, amazingly fresh faced.
Well, razors still exist in lockdown. I mean, maybe they don't in London.
No, there's a razor shortage going on. That's the biggest emergency at the moment. It's the razor shortage. There we go.
Yes, that's terrific. All right, so we had your lovely dad on 2 weeks ago, the lovely Andy. So, I mean, now let me ask you something, Preston. Were you in Ghost Story? Like, were you in a show when the whole lockdown happened? What were you doing?
No. So the show that I was doing, it finished in town in January, and I'd finished with it then. But it was on tour, so a couple of the guys from town were in it, and a couple of new guys. And I think they'd done 10 weeks, and they had 6 weeks left. And it just, and there was a chance that maybe a week in the future could happen if it reopened. But obviously things haven't reopened, so I think it might have been finished by now, the tour. But no, I'm very lucky to have not been doing a show at the time. I think would have been a horrible experience.
And what are you doing? Like, are you in the same? You're in the same building as your dad, right? You have like a separate place.
Yeah. So I'm with mum and dad at the moment. We're all cooped up together for 6 weeks, which has been lovely, actually. So yeah, we're all in the same building. They're currently on either side of the camera, egging me on.
Oh, those two clowns.
But yeah, no, we're all together, which is lovely, and just sort of watching stuff. And very lucky, none of us have got sick, or it hasn't hit any of us so hard. What about you guys? How are you?
You've been to our apartment a lot. We're in our actual house where we have space because we have the 4 dogs and the cat and Julie. Yeah. But we're just focusing on this 1,000 days, twice a day.
We're doing this for our own mental health, Preston, of just keeping busy and doing a lot of shows.
Sure, but twice a day. I mean, there's busy and there's busy. Like Rachel's point was true. The work you guys are doing is unbelievable. To commit to doing it twice a day, it's just beyond belief. So definitely, congratulations.
Well, we've got
the guest host.
Well, that's true. That's the guest host, and then plus we've got a ton of people that are helping us.
Yeah, we really have like 10 people that like. My friend David puts in the videos. Like we have people that are doing everything. It's just, it's all good. What do you do? James always likes to ask, like, what are you doing to sort of stay sane and healthy during this time period? Do you have like rituals every day that you do?
Well, no, I mean, I tried to at first. I was like, okay, up at 6 every morning. We're exercising. Then I'm cooking. And it just did not happen.
Oh, okay.
So I'm, to be honest, because acting is like my, my job. And magic's a brilliant hobby. But I have been over the years, obviously playing around with a lot of magic, and would always run into problems with things and never quite solve them. Just sort of would run out of time to solve problems with things I was playing with. So I filled the 6 weeks by just sort of fixing all the problems that I hadn't got round to fixing. So it's been actually enormously productive, but I've slightly run out of problems now. So I'm starting to like generate them for myself a little bit so I can then solve them.
But that means that the magic tricks you're going to show us are going to be perfect because you've had all this time to focus on them.
Yeah, I mean, perfect's a word that gets thrown around a lot.
Let's see.
It will be magic, definitely. Look, I was kind of slightly umming and ahhing about what to do, obviously, because there's a lot of options. And I thought I'd do my research. So I've watched all your episodes. I've watched every single episode of Stars in the House in one go. I've been awake for 4 days watching them all. And I'm just absolutely wired. Some phenomenal content there. And the overwhelming thing was that I've learned is that, Seth, I was going to do the trick for you. And then a friend of mine went on the Stars in the House website to find out how to watch it earlier and realized that the headshot next to my name was not me. No. And I hold you personally responsible for that. So, James, I feel like we're going to have a connection with this trick. Seth, I'll let you on. You can go ahead.
By the way, Preston, I literally was like, send me a headshot I can use. And then I just recently noticed you sent me one. I never used it. We have, like we said, we have different people volunteering. Some into the social media. Wait, so who is it a picture? Just like a beautiful young lady, Jodie Foster?
No, weirdly, it's a picture of a friend of mine, Alex Toll, he's called. So the one on Instagram was me, but the one on the website, I was like, that's not me. But I won't hear any excuses, Seth. That's on you, which is why James is receiving the trick.
I'm not making excuses. I'm proud of the wrong picture. I think it worked.
All right.
Look, James, I feel like also one of the reasons I wanted to share this to you is I feel like we have a pretty rock solid connection that I just don't have with Seth. Would you agree?
I can hear you.
What I said. We have a pretty rock solid connection. Like, I don't want to jump the gun, but I'm feeling a little bit like we might have best friend potential.
Yes, we've shared Chinese food together. You've been our partner.
We shared a Chinese meal, absolutely. And I'm feeling like I want to grow that friendship into a best friendship.
Okay.
I have a way to test my theory, which is I was looking around on eBay and I found behind me, beautifully covered up with a blanket, what's officially known as a best friend testing kit. You might have seen them lying around thrift stores and stuff before. There's obviously a lot of colored symbols. The only ones that are important for us, for our best friend test, are the green stars. The aim of the game, very, very simply, is to match where we put the green stars on the board.
Okay.
All will become clear. So I take the symbols out. James, I want you to close your eyes for a second.
Okay.
And stick those on the table. Take a deep breath. Clear your head. I want you to be nice and open for the test.
Okay.
We have a set of blue cards and a set of red cards. Do you want to use the blue cards or the red cards? You can use whichever one you want.
Red.
Red. Okay, fair enough. I will leave the red cards at the side for you, and I will use the blue cards. So I should show you. Can uncover your eyes now. That's fine. But I should show you what we're working with. We're working with the star. That's the important one. That's the one we're focusing on. We also have 3 blue wavy lines, like the ocean between us. We have a cross. We have a circle, or I'm sure as you Americans would call it, a squircle is your term for it, on a square that you might have seen in film and TV. Classic. So I'm going to mix them up so you don't know where they are. And then, look at me. You can't see through the cards or anything, right? No.
Nope.
No, fine. Okay. It's obviously hard over a video call like this, but if you can try and make as much eye contact with me as you can,
okay,
that will be great. Okay. Look at me. Okay. I'm going to ask you a quick question.
Okay.
You've never broken a world record, have you?
No.
Okay, good. If you were to attempt a world record while you're in lockdown, what would it be? Doesn't matter. First thing that comes to your head. What would the world record be?
Grow more hair.
Okay, the classic world record, often attempted to grow more hair. I think
in the bald spots, Seth. In the bald spots.
In the bald spot. That explains a lot. Okay, perfect. So just check again. You can't see where the star is. You don't know. You'd be taking a guess if you. Okay, perfect. I'm going to mix your red cards up, and now you can put the card wherever you want. Position 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Where do you want to put it? Free choice.
4.
Position 4. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Again, 1, 2, 3, and 5.
3.
3. That's this one here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, we have 1, 2, and 5 left.
1.
1. Okay.
Yes.
Was Seth helping you with that one?
No, he's just glaring.
No, I'm shutting down emotionally.
As far away from this as he can. We have position 2 and 5 left. What do you want?
5.
This one in 5?
Yes.
Okay. Which means that there is one left, which goes in 2. Look, I can obviously see this and you can't.
Right.
Before I turn it around, I'm going to give you the option, if you want, to switch 2 of the cards around. You don't have to, but if you feel like switching 2 around, you're more than welcome to.
You know what, Preston? I think I will switch.
Okay, good choice. What do you want to switch?
I'm going to switch 2 and 5.
2 and 5. Are you sure you don't? Those are the ones you want to switch?
Yeah, those are the ones.
Okay. So 5 is moving up to 2, and 2 is moving down to 5.
Okay.
So I had 5 cards. I shuffled them. I put them in the board, random order. You don't know where the star was. You had 5 cards. We shuffled them. You put them in blind. You don't know where your star was.
Correct.
I'm telling you, through the magic, James, of our friendship, we have matched the star.
Okay.
Not only that, James, our friendship is so extraordinarily magical that we have matched every single symbol. James, thank you so much.
Preston,
What
I
an honor.
knew we were friends. Now we're closer. Sorry,
It
Seth.
would not have worked with Seth. I can promise you it would not have worked with Seth. It had to be James.
I'm gonna just post a comment that's very nice. I geek out every time you have a member of the Nyman family on one of your shows. I own and perform several of Andy's original effects in my own repertoire. Why is Preston so obnoxious? Well, that's rude. I don't think he's that bad.
That's weird. I don't see that actually.
I'm gonna talk about it.
Do you have anything to say?
Preston, that was wonderful.
I love it.
It's not alienating, but I appreciate it. Are you going to come back and do more? Do you have any more tricks? You literally have one. You're a one-trick pony, literally.
That's the one trick. I can do magic up to this point. No, there's lots. I can come back and I promise you, Seth, that the next one will be for you.
Well, talk to Rachel because then Rachel will be the one organizing.
Yeah, Rachel. You don't even have to ask Rachel. I'm in.
Okay.
And I promise. And the next headshot will be Macy Nyman. Thank you, Preston.
Bye, guys.
Adorable. And finally, on our British, and by the way, I hope you're all. Oh, someone asked me a question about what book I recommended. It's this book, One Day by David Nichols. I loved it so much I can't even tell you. One Day by David Nichols.
Okay, we have theater support there. Okay.
So yeah, don't forget, we're trying to support UK theater today. So go to theatersupport.info and it has all the different ways you can help support.
Yeah.
Okay, now here we go. Now Julian's been waiting so long, it looks like he fell asleep. Here's Julian Ovenden. He's fast asleep.
Oh, what a sweetie.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
What an angel. Hi, Julian.
How you doing?
I first of all, I know who you are, and I remember emailing with you, but have I ever actually hung out with you in person?
Never. You've always let me down. You've always stood me up.
Wow, that's 2 in a row, Seth.
There's a lot of British sass.
Wow. Hold on a minute. Can we just talk about your vest first?
Oh, my sexy shirt? Yeah.
You're going full Marlon Brando.
Well, I wanted to advertise the UK, and I wanted to show people my hot body.
Wait
and
a
this
minute,
is really,
Marlon Brando or after the weight game?
He means Secret Man Desire, not Godfather.
I'm talking Stanley. I'm talking Stanley Kowalski.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Julian. I appreciate it. Anything else you
No
want
Apocalypse
to say?
Now. Hey?
Okay, we're going to skip over the meanness.
That's
and
funny.
Julian, by the way, you're an amazing singer. I'm going to show, hold on. I just found this really fun clip of you. Let me see where it is, though.
Oh, no.
No, you sound great. It's, wait, I can't remember what clip I finally wound up choosing. Here, let's watch.
Oh, we'll find out.
Oh, yes, that's why. Let's first talk about it. This is you on Downton Abbey, which, by the way, is my dream show to be on. Has there ever been a loudmouth Jew on that show? Forget it. The point is, you didn't have a beard then. What was it like? Did you actually get to film in Downton Abbey? Tell me everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not called Downton Abbey, obviously. It's called Highclere Castle. And so the upstairs is the original house. And the downstairs is shot on, in studios. So yeah, it's amazing because I joined the show, a little after it started. So yeah, it's an amazing thing to be involved in. It's nice to be in something that people actually watch.
Oh, we watch all them. Who is the most unlike their characters in real life? Is there someone that's like beyond not like them?
Oh, that's a good question. I think Michelle, who played Lady Mary, she's not like that at all. She's from Essex. She might describe herself as more. She might describe herself as more downstairs than upstairs.
That's so funny because she's so snooty.
Yeah, she's great. She's terrific.
I found this video of you with Elizabeth. That's her name, right? Elizabeth who plays the mom.
Oh yeah.
You were like singing a Christmas song. It's so bizarre because she's like the head of Downton. It's adorable. I think you guys sound adorable together. Hilarious.
To follow the star wherever it went,
I think it's lovely. And by the way, it is 3 syllables. It is.
So Elizabeth, I love Elizabeth. I mean, I think she'd be the first to say that she's not. I think the most comfortable, singing in public, even though she does have a band, she doesn't do that sort of stuff. And I remember after we did that spot, we went onto the sofa because it was a morning show, and the host, Philip Schofield, he sort of winced and he went, "A little bit out of your comfort zone there, Elizabeth." Yeah,
I think she was lovely.
Slightly awkward. She's gorgeous. She's lovely.
Julian, what's your actual training? You sound so there's like such an operatic bent to your voice.
So I trained as a singer before I was an actor. I was a chorister when I was a kid. So I sang all the way up until, I went, I started at university and stuff, and then I took a left turn and became an actor. I try to combine both. Sometimes
did you legitimately think one day you were going to be an actual opera star? Were you like for real, like aiming towards opera?
No, I just didn't want to. I mean, that was an avenue I could have gone down, but it would mean doing another 4 or 5 years of training, and I was impatient. I wanted to get out. I wanted to, perform. And I did, actually, at that stage when I was like 20, I knew nothing about musical theatre at all. It wasn't part of my experience really. So it's been, I started off doing, the first show I did was a Sondheim, Merrily We Roll Along at the Donmar. And that kind of opened my eyes to this whole other world that I wasn't properly aware of. So, and I love it. I love sort of dipping in and out of it. And, because I come from a slightly different angle. So, I really enjoy it when I do it.
How many West End shows have you wound up doing?
I've done a few. I mean, I've done a few in the West End. I did a Michel Legrand show.
Which one? More?
No, it was called Marguerite, set in World War II. It was actually quite a good show, although it didn't get the support it needed to continue. I've done Sunday in the Park in Paris. I've done. I was doing Finding Neverland with the delightful Mr. Weinstein before it was changed. Yeah, so that's a whole chapter of my biography.
Yeah, it sure is.
We're gonna skip that. We're gonna stay positive during the lockdown.
Yeah.
Speaking of the lockdown, Bobby, I think we have a similar chest showing right now. I'm gonna just scoop this down a little bit. Yeah.
How hairy are you? You got how much hair?
Like middling. He has nothing. He's like totally smooth.
Is he wax?
No, it isn't white. No, it's just natural. No, natural.
Where is this discussion going?
We're trying to get some audience members to donate.
You know what? It's dropping, Seth. It's dropping. Move on.
Anyway, my point is, what do you do during the lockdown? Because I know you have a family. Are you homeschooling? What's happening?
Yeah, we're full on homeschooling. I feel like an intern to my children, really, to be honest with you. We're doing everything. We're baking, we're dancing, we're cooking, we're jigsaw making, we're, they're having like all their childhood experience, their whole thing compressed into 6 weeks. So when the lockdown ends, we're going to push them out the door and get them to work.
So Julian, how is it for you guys there? As far as, are you in the city, outside the city?
Yeah, I'm in the city. If you can see, I don't know whether you can see out the window, but you can see the skyline.
Oh yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
I don't know whether you can.
Oh wow, that's so lovely.
Yeah, we've had a beautiful day here, actually.
Oh my God.
So Julian, how is it for you guys when you go? Because we were talking to Julia Murney last night about just going to the grocery store. How is it for you guys in London as far as like just the basics and getting food?
It's fine. It's fine, to be honest with you. I mean, it's strange because there's a hospital a mile and a half down the road, and we know that they're at the sharp end of this crisis. But the sun is shining. People are in the park. It's a weird dynamic.
But are they wearing masks, or what are they doing?
Some people are, but most people are not, I would say. We're trying to be resolute and trying to be positive and trying to be respectful. And I think that there is because we've been through a whole load of crap in the last 3 years with Brexit. Right. And actually one of the good things that's come out of this crisis is that country seems to be pulling together
Oh, that's good.
You know, which well, the whole world has been going through all sorts of strangeness. America being one country,
Right.
and I'm hopeful that, you know, one of the good things that will come out of this is that we look after each other a bit more, and we're kinder, and we're, you know, more considerate, and less cutthroat and needy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to ask you, because you're mentioning America, there's someone you perform with, one of my pals that you perform with a lot, I feel, Sierra Boggess. You've done like a lot of fancy concerts. What do you like about working with her?
She's terrific. She's got great charisma, great energy, fantastic voice, clear as a whistle, you know, really wonderful musician, sort of almost a throwback, I think, you know, to the great singers from the sort of golden age of musicals and Hollywood. I think she's a wonderful singer.
I'll just show a clip for people that haven't seen them sing together. Ignore that.
That's me. That's me as well.
Wait, I definitely have. Wait, there's Julian. Is this it?
I think that.
Dance all night till the stars fade from above. And see, it's all right with me.
No way!
Julian!
Oh, hi, darling.
Oh my!
How are you?
Never asked me if I have a hairy chest. I'm kind of
I love this.
We've worked together a lot, and never have you asked me if I also have a hairy chest.
He can see that you don't often.
You got a great chest resonance.
I gotta go.
Thank you. Namaste. Oh my God.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, man. All right. All right. Trying not to go mad, but okay.
I know.
Healthy, you know.
I literally just texted Seth today that was like, I just posted a throwback of us, because 2 days ago, 8 years ago, is when we sang for the Queen together.
Oh my God. That's crazy. That was an amazing day.
Yeah, of course. By the way, Sierra, I was like, I'm going to post that photo. Completely forgot to download it. But can you please talk about
Oh yeah,
performing for the
Queen? Andrew phoned me up and said, would I like to come to his house and do a sing for a dinner party? And I remember it clashed with a big. Clashed with a. Oh, there we are.
Yeah.
It clashed with an England World Cup game, and I remember going. Yeah, I think so. Let me just check the diary. What is this dinner party? You know, who's coming? And he said, the Queen. And I was like, all right, I'll come. I'll do it. As you do. Have the Queen round.
And when he asked me, we were sitting at the opening night of Evita, the revival of Evita on Broadway, and he was like, darling, you know, would you come over to my house in Sydmonton, which is like a castle. It's not a house.
Oh. It's not really a house, is it?
And he's like, to sing for Her Majesty the Queen. And I'm like, sure, Andrew, let me with my accent, like, you hear Julian's, like, first of all, gorgeous, beautiful accent, like appropriate, like person to invite to sing for the Queen. Then there's me that's like, Your Majesty, you know? And it's like the two of us together. It's gonna be.
I'm very surprised you got through the net there.
Absolutely. But I think that's the reason why Andrew felt comfortable, because you would also be there. You know? It was like a palate cleanser.
Julian, did Sierra do anything to embarrass my country?
I don't think so. I mean, she didn't try and get off with Prince Edward or something like that. No.
Was he there?
No, I mean, she might have done. I left maybe a bit earlier than you did. I can't remember really.
But remember when before we sang for the Queen, we had to have a formal dinner in Andrew's like dining room.
Oh my God, do you remember that?
Remember, they put us at each end of the table. So this table is one of the biggest like medieval style tables you'd ever seen in your life. All these people, I don't remember who all
was. It was more Downton Abbey than Downton Abbey.
It was. And then remember, they put you at the head of the table with Madeline, Andrew's wife, and they put me at the other end of the table, head of the table, with Andrew. That's how big the table is too, is that it isn't just one person at the head, it's two people at the head, long table, two people at the...
I know. You had to send a carrier pigeon to get down to the other end.
Julian,
so far away.
Sierra, what kind of food was served? Was it that kind of British, like black pudding and stuff that I have to just push away from me constantly?
Well, because they know I'm vegetarian, it's always like, and I feel like it's better now, but this is like 8 years ago. And so,
terrible.
Whenever you get like vegetarian food, it's like some like mowed lawn, you know, it's like something like.
When you sing for the Queen, you're told not to look at her because you get a bit embarrassed. So you end up sort of looking kind of anywhere but her, even though allegedly she really loves Rodgers and Hammerstein, doesn't she?
Yeah, that's why he had us sing. We sang "If I Loved You," didn't we? And people will say we're in love.
I can't remember now, but yeah, I guess so. I guess we must have done, yeah.
But then what did she say after? Was she like, that was lovely?
That was lovely. Do you know Defying Gravity?
Yes.
All night.
No, wait, Sierra and Julian, did you guys ever do like a 8-show-a-week show together, or just?
No, we're desperate to though.
Yeah, we've been trying to plan something for ages. I mean, we've done we did something. I think the last time I saw it was at Carnegie Hall. I stepped into someone to do which was great. But we've always sort of wanted to do, one of the old. I suppose the old.
We wanted to
either the old. Yeah, well, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do Secret Garden. I think that's a score that is undervalued and needs a revamp.
Yeah, my only issue is it needs a once-over by Neil Simon, because Sierra is so funny and she's always playing these sweet ingenues. I want you to also highlight your crazy comedic sense of humor. Secret Garden is not big on laughs, Sierra. Not big on laughs.
Yeah, but you don't realize, Seth, because Lily's a ghost. So there is so many laughs that can happen with just like knocking things over and just like giving like, ooh, you know, are you kidding? Give me a chance to bring the humor to Secret Garden.
Okay. You heard it here first.
By the way, I knew I loved Sierra Boggess, but hearing she's a vegetarian makes me love her more. Yay.
Namaste.
I'm a vegetarian too.
How dare you?
That's right.
No, I'm not actually.
By the way, Sierra, every time I see you on Instagram, you're upside down. What's happening?
Well, it's just like the world is upside down, so just join it.
Well, you've been yoga upside down?
Constantly.
I know. I've done some yoga with Sierra. She is fierce.
Oh, that's right. We did Bikram. Wait, Julian and I have done so many bizarre things together. We not only sang for the Queen together, but we also Seth MacFarlane's 40th birthday.
Oh, yes. Do you remember that?
That's when we went to Bikram together, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. And then we went to his Halloween party with Paris Hilton.
Yes. So Seth MacFarlane.
This is the caliber of guest you get on this show. Mic drop.
But it's true.
Yeah, you are literally you're in the house with the stars.
That's it.
Name dropper. Wait, Sierra, did Julian vomit after Bikram? I heard the first Bikram yoga session, you have to vomit because it's so hot.
No, because Julian had done it before. That wasn't your first, I don't think.
No.
Because hadn't you spent time in LA or something? I don't know.
Yeah, a little bit.
But we went to like the studio, which now it's like no studios are called Bikram anymore, except like
no, because he's a bad man.
Yeah, because he's awful. But his yoga is quality because it's not
cool. Yeah.
So what's the new name? Weinstein? No. What's the new name?
It's just hot yoga.
Hot yoga.
Yeah.
Well, hence my shirt. I still got it.
Exactly. Well, yeah. You can't, if you do it for like 6 months, you look like you know, ripped and very lean.
Very lean.
Okay. On this note,
2% body fat.
I'm gonna talk to you privately.
Oh, can I just say we're doing in England at 8 o'clock on a Thursday? We do a clap and everyone gets out of their houses.
Yes.
I'm going to show you.
Show us.
Can you see? I don't know whether you can hear. Let me try and open the window.
Here, we'll turn off our mics and open your.
Can you hear? Everyone's banging their drums. I don't know whether you can see that. Woo! And it's like a wave of applause that goes around London. It's amazing. Can you hear?
Yes, love. Yes, love. Keep it up. I love it.
Keep it up.
There's my next door neighbours being rude to me. Oh, I can't hear you. You've muted yourself.
Right.
There you go.
We do that at 7 o'clock in New York City, right, Sierra? People do it at 7 p.m. in New York.
7 in New York. That's so special, though, to hear it all.
Isn't it nice?
Every
It's
night.
so great.
Because we're always on at 8 o'clock here, and we're outside the city, so that's the first time we've heard it live on the show. Thanks, Julian.
Yeah, I was hoping you're going to catch it because it just makes you feel part of a community. I mean, the NHS is one of the great things about this country. You know, people are doing amazing, incredibly brave things. Throughout this time, and it makes you feel very humble.
Right.
I love that we got to see that. All right, so Sierra, Julian's going to sing for us.
And I will judge him.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, this is like pressure now.
Normally,
I really feel pressure.
You're doing your own piano, right, Julian?
Oh,
Well, I'm not playing it as I'm singing.
But still, it's you.
But it is me, yeah. But don't judge the piano playing.
Wait, are you going to leave my face on so that I'm like this? Julian's muted. Judging.
Julian, you muted yourself, girl. You muted yourself. It's passive aggressive.
Oh, am I back now?
Much better, lady.
I'm back now. Okay. Okay, this is to everyone out in America. We'll get through this. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of the lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, for your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on, with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk At the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of the walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, for your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on, with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll
one of the most delicious voices you've ever heard. It's like heaven. It's absolutely
It's so easy. Julia,
Yeah.
are you one of those like, oh, I've always sounded like this? Or are you like thinking about technique when you sing?
I don't really try not to think about anything. I mean, you do the work, you do the thing, and then you sing it. That's the ideal, isn't it?
It's so comfortable.
It makes me feel. Singing makes me feel free. It makes me feel alive. It makes me feel connected, I suppose. So, it's nice and it's a lovely thing to share.
It just seems so easy for the high note. I have to do a lot of this when I'm going for the high note. And exactly. Pulling. So very impressive. You guys are amazing. The next thing I'm going to do, we're starting to do these things where people sing duets separately and then we videotape them together.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to match you guys. We can find a fun duet.
What do you want to do? Yeah, what do you want to sing?
What?
What do you want to sing?
What duet you guys want to sing? I'll film both your parts separately, then we're going to edit them together.
Okay.
Let's figure it out.
You figure it out. They'll let us know.
Secret Garden.
I need a better acoustic. I think I need to go to Rachel Tucker's bathroom.
Let's see if it's available. Rachel.
Oh, she's there.
Rachel!
That was amazing. I'm now in my kitchen.
Oh.
Trying to
Is
eat
it
dinner.
like your bathroom? Oh, you're having dinner. What are you having?
I'm having dinner, Gav. We're
What
having
did you make?
tuna steak and some salad and baked potato.
Bangers and mash, love. In conclusion, we have a show
I
tonight.
hear you.
We're going to go. Thank you all so much. We'll see those of you who watch tonight at 8 o'clock, the cast of China Beach.
The old TV show from the 80s.
That's right.
Dana Delaney,
Have them all
everybody from the
together.
original cast.
And we'll see you tonight. And theatersupport.info.
Theatersupport.info
Go
for
there.
all information. Julian, you were amazing. Rachel, you were amazing. Sierra, you were sassy. See you guys soon.
See you tonight at 8 o'clock. Bye.